morning everyone, it's Rachel here and we are going to work on Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and the prompt today is, it's prompt reveal day, it is pots, plural of flowers. So super exciting prompt, and so yeah, I'm going to have a look at mine and see what I want to do. Right, so I just wanted to update you on what I've done so far. Oops, I'm not yet. Oh my goodness, you're not positioned well today. Let me pull you down. I like that more than zooming because that way I can see where I am. So I just, while I was chatting to Mum, I embroidered some messy grass here, and I've started to put some over there. I'm going to come in with maybe another colour. I also, with just a beige perlé, I just did these sort of vague idea of pebbles on my little path that's there. I don't know how far my path is going to go down, so I've just done it to here, and I may do a bit more, but I'll work that out as I go. I haven't moved very far down, have I? And I just embroidered a little watering can. I was going to embroider flowers into it, but I don't think I will, because I think there's a lot going on, and I don't think I need to add flowers as well. I just did a 6-stranded with this thread. I think it's no, it's not a silk. I think it's just a DMC. I don't know the number. I must have bought it from the sewing basket. Anyway, it's I just did satin stitch, and then that's chain stitch. That's just I outlined it with back stitch and then just did a little diagonal stitch to fill it in, and that's just a satin stitch. And then here I just did a stem stitch for the handle. So I think I'm going to leave it as it is because I like that. And I'm thinking I might have a pot over here, so I want to think about my composition, and I'm definitely going to have a series of little pots down here, maybe like that sort of thing. And I'm going to have a pot here. I might have some sort of bush there, and then a few more pots there. I'm not sure. I've got to work it out. So I think once I get started, so pots may happen repeatedly during, you know, as I progress, there will be more pots added. But I'm definitely going to have a couple of pots here, maybe then a flower there. Yeah, and we'll work that out. So I'm not quite sure how I want my pot. I've got to still do those, but I think I'm going to put my pot there and then have flowers sort of covering that bit there as well. So let me think. I don't know whether I'm going to draw my pot. I could draw a vague pot. I'm going to put it about here. Just draw it lightly. I can iron it off if I don't like it. So I have a nice pot here, like so. And then I'll have see, I've already come down further. I'm going to have a little smaller one there with something in it as well. And am I going to have a pot that has a little sort of lip on it sort of thing, if you know what I mean, like that? That one doesn't have to. Okay, I'm not going to embroider fully my pot. I wanted to just see. Be back in a sec. Of my transparent type fabrics that I keep in a box, do I have, I've only got cheesecloth. Well, I could do this kind of cheesecloth. Oh no, but I've got cheesecloth there. This is a thinner. This is like not a thinner, I mean a tighter weave one. That's a bit different. There may not be any good. Oh, someone gifted me these as well. I wonder if I could use any of that. Or I might have some hand dyed. Is there any colour in there? No, not the right colour. Yellow. Okay, right, well, not going to be happening from there. I think that's a bit plain, so I don't know that I want that. Oh, I think there's just a minute, there's a more salmony colour in here. this sort of color. That could work. That might work. A bit more of a salmon color. But I also put in a drawer, pull the drawer out. These are all like hand dyed or painted fabrics. I'm wondering if something, oh, isn't that bad? I wonder if I want to cut into that. I bought that from someone. I don't even know. I've had it for years. Didn't know where it was. Look at that. That's, oh no, I bought that. That's I bought that here. That's from an Italian ladies that made them. That's just a painted fabric. But like a little piece of that could be really amazing on my pot. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a little rectangle. So right today, I think it's not going to be a super long video. We're just going to work out composition. I've cut it too big. It's way too big. I'll keep those little bits, you know, I can use them. Now I'll cut it too small. There we go. Look at that. That's going to be my pot. It's kind of like a terracotta pot. I could use this little piece for that one. Put that there. It's a square pot. Oh, no wonder. So look at this, if that could be like the little lip on the pot. And I need one for that one. Might as well use the fabrics. Oh, just snipped it down too small. There's not enough variation there. Let's make sure I cut it wide enough this time. That will go on there, but I'll trim it down. I don't think I'll have that bit. There we go. That's going to be that pot. Now those flowers, oh, they almost look like they're coming out of it, but they're actually going to, I'm going to do, it's going to be like, I think, you know, maybe hydrangeas or something like that. I'll stitch those down. That one can come across a little bit, and the flowers of that one will overlay onto there. So that's those two pots. We could pin that. Pins. And then I'll probably embroider a bit of grass shooting up onto the pot as well. Actually, I don't like the shape of that. I don't want it to be so square. I want it to be more, let's just fold it in half. It's tiny. There we go, that's better. That's a better shape. That's going to go there. Like so. Did I have a pin? Did I grab a pin for that one? No. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. We are well. I'll just, not pinned very well, but just leave it like that. And it's kind of like there's two there. But I want to do a little, I might do something bushy sort of there, shrubby. I'm not sure about here. I did want to have like some pots coming down here. So, let me have a think about that. So I did have this as well. So I might have, I mean, everything is on a small scale, obviously on my thing, because, oh no, that would not be a good spot for a topiary, because it's going to come up and hit that. So I have a pot like that. And I'm not going to fully embroider them. I'm going to use little bits of fabrics. In them. And I'll do some tiny bits of details. So that one's going to be done like that. So to sort of give you sort of an idea. Oh, excuse me. That was a rumble. That was not a burp. It was a rumble, a tummy rumble. It was a growl because I'm hungry. Yep, my tummy is growling. Okay, so that's going to be a pot. I kind of need to stitch them down and then sort of so I can decide. I've got to get the composition in my head going, sort of thing. We might have a low, so that's going to be that one. It's kind of lost its shape. That's all right, we'll figure that out. And maybe a more, just want to have all different ones, a rounded sort of one like that. And because it's hard to know where to put them because I haven't done, you know, I haven't got my flowers in there. We could have a little one. Maybe I'll do 5. Another little one over there. I'm just sort of putting them, just placing them, and then maybe some more smaller sort of ones like that there. That might work. And I might decide to add a couple more teeny tiny ones. Okay, so maybe one will be blue. I could have a tiny bit of blue. Now this is a fabric I just painted. I'm going to have to cut all those nice bits off. I don't want it all. I'm only doing a hint of it. And then I'll embroider the rest. It's still too big. Oh my goodness. Because everything's mini. I don't even want that much. Just going to have that little piece there. You probably think I'm totally weird. I might have another one of these. Actually, I've got some other tea dyed bits and pieces in here. That sort of thing could be a really nice pot. It's a piece of silk that someone eco-dyed. Oh, it's even got the little roll. There we go. I mean, it looks a mess at the moment, but it will come together. I'll work it out. Another one up there. Oh, I'm liking these with the little natural roll in the silk. And oh, what about a lace? Would lace work? That pot might become bigger. That's going to be a pot there, part of a pot. It's going to be a bigger one. I think I've gone too small for some of them. So that's going to be a bigger pot. Might even bring it down further so I can fit more flowers into it. Okay, so they're little ones, medium, that's small. Okay, So my next job will be to stitch them down, those bits down. I've got my thread here actually. Oh look, and I got a pin in there with not very much thread on it. And I just found the other needle. Pin. Oh my gosh, I'm mixing them up. This is a needle, that's a pin. Okay, so we'll stitch these bits down, and then I might do the outline of the pot. So this is really just, I really am winging it. I really haven't thought about it too much. My hands are sore. They don't want to pull needles through lots of layers of thread, lots of layers of fabric anymore. They're refusing to. Now don't worry, I am going to outline my pots. There will be a bit more detail on them. And I have to decide what am I going to embroider in the pots. Oh gosh, goodness gracious. It's one of those days. But I am going to start doing a little bit of stitching this week because otherwise I won't get it all done next week. It's a funny shaped pot. I'm sort of sitting here stitching away thinking maybe I want my pots to be even bigger. I will keep some of these smaller ones, but maybe I want really big pots as well. I don't know why I went so small. Anyway, this one can become bigger. Oh my word, I've gotten tangled. I've got to move those. I'm just doing a little overcast stitch over the edges of this little piece. You're going to be left thinking this is totally weird what she's doing. I've sort of distanced them from each other because I am going to be embroidering. Like that one's kind of disappeared, but don't worry, it will be outlined with a darker tone. I think I already stitched that down, but I'm just going to go around again because it's linen that I painted with when I was in Queensland with my sister. So I'll always think of that when I look at that little piece there. It's sentimental. Isn't it funny, the things that you remember? And so I'm happy to put some in here. And then I'm going to stitch this one on. So this one's going to be a bigger pot. Should have been at the back. but it could be a big pot with a lower bushy sort of flower, lower bushier sort of flowers. So I'm ignoring that bit that I drew there. Hopefully you can see. I better tap you just to make sure you're in focus, because swinging the fabric around and stuff, sometimes the lens has trouble focusing. Oh, I've gone quiet. I was just in the zone thinking. So that's stitched down. I'm going to jump across here and stitch that one. I'm going to go around the outside, I'm thinking right now, of these pots with a split, oh, all of them are outlined with a split back stitch. Oh my goodness. Hold that in place. Oh dear. You know what is hard to go through is that green. It's an antique mattress ticking, and it's quite hard to get your needle through. That's why your hands get so tired, but I like it, so that's why it's there. I've got to stitch this little messy bit on. Let's just have it to one side. putting in big stitches to hold it down. Okay, that's that bit. I'll stitch the ones up near the fence. I'll stitch them on afterwards, these ones here. And now I just quickly wanted to, I'm going to do, on that one I think I'll use that blue. Or do I need a darker one? Maybe the darker. How many strands is this one? 4, that'll do. No, I think I want 3. Oh no, I'll just use 4 because I've got 4 here. And I'm just going to outline my pot, but then I'll be putting a little bit of detail in my pot as well. But I think I'll just show you my outlining stitch on this one, particular one here. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. And then to split the stitch, you just go back into the stitch and split the threads. This makes it a little bit more textural. It's a textural back stitch, really. I really need to get cracking on that other side over there, because we're moving right down my piece, down the side here, but the other side has stayed up near the fence. It's falling behind. It needs some work. Oh, there's my other pot, so I won't go over that, but I'll pretend like it's sort of, I don't know. Actually, it would be going over the front because that's at the back. But anyway, we're just going to go, I've got to do one more stitch there. I am going over it. I changed my mind. And I'm going to come back across here. So I'm going to go ahead and outline all of my pots, and I'll put some details on them, and then next week I'll show you how I'm just going on here. What's that from? It's unthreaded. We don't need that to happen now, do we? I see what's happened. There we go, fixed it. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll show you how I put the detail on them. And then we'll do some of the flowers. I won't get them all done. Oh, you see what's happening here? Oh, that thread is really annoying me. I'm going to have to get rid of that. Won't stay together. Okay, so I've outlined that one. I'm going to go ahead and outline. I'm going to put little details, shading sort of details on them. I'll outline this one like that. Let's draw it. So that's a pot. There, a big one. And there's a little one there, and that one we've got to outline. That one's there. All of that when I stitch, I'll tuck that in. And we've got the little one over there. And then we've got these up here that need to be stitched down as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing your pots of flowers. Some of you have already done them, so you may want to add some more if you've already done the prompt. Yeah, I look forward to seeing your work. There's some amazing pieces. I know we say it every week, but every week I'm always amazed. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've got to go in and do some more here because it's getting left behind. But I will share with you what I do, or telling you. Yeah, probably telling you I did this and this and this. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.